Once upon a time, Anand, the most beloved and closest disciple of Mahatma Buddha, was on a journey when he encountered a middle-aged man sitting on a rock, sobbing. Moved by the man's distress, Anand halted and approached him, inquiring about the cause of his sorrow. The man, wiping away his tears, shared, "I am an unfortunate businessman from a nearby village. Every endeavor I undertake seems to meet with misfortune. In the pursuit of my business, I lost my mother and my wife's jewelry. My family disintegrated, and now my house and farm are under mortgage. It seems as though misfortune has become my constant companion." Anand, upon hearing this, responded, "Who declared that your luck is ill-fated? Allow me to understand the nature of your misfortune." The man explained that he had previously engaged in farming, but each year brought losses, droughts, excessive rain, damage by stray animals, and crop-destroying insects and diseases plagued his agricultural efforts. The sustenance of my family through farming became untenable. Consequently, I abandoned farming and ventured into business by selling my wife's jewelry. However, my business endeavors proved unsuccessful. Initially, my family members provided financial assistance and support, but as losses accumulated, they distanced themselves. They turned away, attributing their family's poverty and distress to me. Now I find my life devoid of meaning. Thoughts of ending my life often cross my mind, and today I contemplated suicide. However, lacking the courage to proceed, I found myself seated on this stone, shedding tears of despair. On the flip side, I have a companion with whom I initiated a business venture. However, he forged ahead while I lagged behind. Due to my setbacks, he consistently attempts to belittle me. He frequently visits my residence, boasting about his triumphs and recounting tales of how he diligently constructed a thriving business. He relays these narratives not only to me, but also to my family, garnering their admiration while casting a shadow over my reputation. Consequently, my family extols him while disparaging me, labeling me as inept and feeble-minded. The constant taunts from my wife and mother on various matters deeply wound me. At times, my frustration flares up in the face of my failures, leaving me perplexed about the appropriate course of action. Upon hearing this, Monk Anand inquired, "What is the source of your sorrow? Is it your own setbacks or your friend's prosperity?" Pondering the question, the individual paused before responding. "Truthfully, the success of my friend distresses me more than my own failures." Anand posed the subsequent query, "If your friend had encountered business failure while you achieved success, would you have been content?" The person replied, "Certainly, I would have been delighted." Anand remarked, "This implies that your happiness is contingent upon your friend. He has the power to evoke both joy and sorrow in you. You find yourself unable to determine your emotional state independently." After digesting Monk Anand's words, the individual contemplated for a while and then expressed, "Upon reflecting on your counsel, a glimmer of hope emerges." Anand responded, stating that when one harbors hope, they become reliant on external factors and their emotional well-being becomes intertwined with those expectations. Therefore, Anand suggested shifting focus towards self-expectations. By cultivating self-reliance through earnest and diligent efforts, success becomes an attainable outcome. Despite perceiving the friend's visits as attempts to humiliate, Anand encouraged the individual to recognize the value in the shared struggles and experiences relayed by the friend, viewing them as invaluable lessons to be grateful for. Embrace those experiences, initiate a fresh beginning, persist in your endeavors with integrity, never succumbing to despair. Success will undoubtedly find its way to you one day. Despite attributing today's challenges to bad luck, or unfavorable times, envision a future where circumstances shift, transforming your perspectives and ideas. As your fortunes take a positive turn, even your friends will refrain from recounting tales of their success. Instead, they will share stories of their failures and hardships, attempting to confound you. Your confidence may waver, and the risk of making misguided decisions looms. However, during such moments, rely on your intelligence and maintain faith in yourself. Just as your friend may currently derive pleasure from seeing you upset, anticipate that they will persist in this behavior. The individual responded, "You are correct, sage. However, my greatest sorrow lies in the involvement of my family members. I had aspirations to benefit my family and bring them joy. Unfortunately, they failed to comprehend my words and emotions, labeling me as wrong. Moreover, they distanced themselves from me for a while." Monk Anand consoled the person, explaining that the desire for acknowledgement in all our endeavors is natural. However, it often remains unfulfilled, leading to disappointment. People may not recognize our efforts, causing us sadness and fostering the belief that friends, relatives, and even family members are inherently selfish. Monk Anand continued, urging the individual to reconsider their perspective. If someone is considered part of the family and actions are undertaken for their well-being, why harbor such negative thoughts? The monk emphasized that performing deeds for others ultimately contributes to personal happiness. It is essential to recognize that even though the actions may be directed outwardly, the underlying motivation is one's own joy. By aligning one's mindset with the understanding that these efforts are for personal contentment, happiness can be attained without the need for external validation. Upon hearing the words spoken by Monk Anand, the man's facial expression underwent a complete transformation. He acknowledged, "You are correct, venerable monk. I've realized that my misfortune thus far stemmed from allowing others to control my fate. However, from this moment onward, I am determined to seize control of my destiny. I will diligently and honestly endeavor once more, unwavering, until I attain success." In response, Monk Anand smiled and presented him with a small box, advising, "Always carry this box with you. It contains a mantra that can alleviate even the greatest sorrows. Open it only when all your paths seem closed, when hope is lost and everything appears meaningless." Expressing gratitude, the man returned home with the box, reigniting his business with newfound enthusiasm. This time, his efforts bore fruit, propelling him to become a successful entrepreneur within a few years. His family prospered alongside him, and his life unfolded with abundant happiness and peace. However, the capricious nature of time and fate remained elusive, an enigma that eluded understanding. Life's circumstances are ever-changing, and no one can predict or comprehend the intricacies of fate. The tranquility of the man's life was abruptly disrupted when the neighboring king invaded his state. In the ensuing chaos, the man lost all his wealth to looting, and his shop and home were consumed by fire. Fleeing for his life, he wandered aimlessly with his family, grappling with the harsh realities of destitution. Reduced to dependency on the bare necessities, he faced further tribulations when his child fell seriously ill, deprived of medical treatment due to lack of resources. Stricken with helplessness, the man witnessed his family's suffering and felt his heart cry out. With not a single coin to his name for his son's treatment or to provide sustenance, he found himself engulfed in despair once more. He started experiencing a sense of meaninglessness in his life, viewing the entire world through that lens. However, a sudden recollection of the box gifted by the monk Anand sparked his curiosity. Opening it eagerly, he discovered a slip inside with words inscribed on it. As he read the contents of the slip, the looming darkness of despair in front of him dissipated and a smile crossed his face unexpectedly. The slip conveyed the message, "This time too shall pass." This narrative imparts a valuable lesson about comprehending the fluctuations of time. Time is perpetually in flux, urging us not to succumb to disappointment during challenging moments. It emphasizes the importance of maintaining confidence because, as time unfolds, today's adversity may transform into tomorrow's prosperity. If you found this narrative beneficial, please consider giving it a thumbs up to assist us in reaching more individuals in search of ancient wisdom. For those new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell for additional insights into ancient wisdom. We appreciate your viewership and we look forward to seeing you in our upcoming video. To explore more content, select one of the videos appearing on your screen now.